here is an extra credit opportunity. Opportunity, which means this is not required. So if you're going to do this work, please do it well because you don't have to do it. So if you're going to choose to do it well. You can earn up to 6 points. There's going to be 3 questions. Each question will get you 2 points. So say you got an 18 out of 20 on the exam and you just want 2 points. Pick one question and answer it and you'll get the 2 points. If you answer all 3 questions thoroughly and well, then you can get 6 points total. Now, all of this must be answered and posted onto the discussion board on Blackboard before this week is over. So before we come back from spring break, you needed to have been posted this. 11:59 p.m. Sunday, March 20th. That's when this is due. I'm going to be asking you for your ideas. So this is not going to be one of those like, memorize the answer, regurgitate the answer that you know I'm looking for. That's not the assignment. The assignment is going to have you think about a bunch of information that I'm telling you and then to give me your idea. So let's look at this and then I'm going to go over all of the questions. Just briefly, question number 1 is going to ask you for 2 ideas about something. Question number 2 has 2 options. It's about question number 1. So after you fill in the answer for question number 1, I'm going to ask you to tell me if you think that this would be a good idea or if you think this would be a bad idea after you've supported it anyway. And question number 3, so notice this is not 4 questions. It's question number 1, question number 2A or question number 2B, and then question number 3 is also asking you for 2 ideas. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In your 3 questions, you are going to give me 5 ideas. So let's break this down. Okay. Here is question number 1. You've got all these kinds of Judaism. You know, it's kind of weird to say that, oh, you're a Jew, I'm a Jew. We believe in the same thing. We practice the same thing. We have the same ideas about God and the natural world that He created. Because if you look at all of the denominations or movements or sects, S-E-C-T-S, within Judaism, it's really weird why we would even call all of these Judaism, right? Okay, that's the first point. Second point, if you look at Christianity, same problem. There are so many different ways to be a follower of Christ. It's kind of weird to say, oh, you're a Christian, I'm a Christian. We must believe in the same things. We must behave in the same ways. Because, no, actually, like, there's a lot of differences between Christians. Okay, that's the second point. Third point, Islam. If you look at Islam, you've got a ton of different ways, and so it's kind of weird to be like, you're a Muslim, I'm a Muslim. We must believe the same things and do the same things. It's not exactly true. So here's question number 1. In what sense does it make sense to just call all of these Abrahamic faiths? Maybe like make a new religion called Abrahamism, and all of the Jews, all of the Muslims, and all of the Christians will just be called Abrahamic. Question number 1 says, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam could be called denominations of Abrahamism. After all, blah, 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 and, or blah, 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 blah. So I'm asking you for 2 reasons that support the idea that we should just call all of these Abrahamic faiths. That's question number 1. You get 2 points for your 2 ideas. Question number 2 is to think about that and tell me, do you think that's a good idea? And I want you to fill in this answer. I think this would be better because, and then tell me why you think that would be better. To just blur those lines, stop having differences between Christians, Jews, and Muslims. Call them all Abrahamic. Or do you think that would be a worse idea? If you do, tell me why. So I want your idea why it would be better or your idea why it would be worse. And the it about which you're describing is question number 1. So question number 1 and 2 are related. And then question number 3 has nothing to do with question number 1 and 2. So we learned week 2 about Zoroastrianism. And then we learned about Judaism. Then we learned about Christianity. And then we learned about Islam. And we know that those three religions are blood related, like literally Moses, Jesus, and Muhammad share a father, like a father, like an ancestor. Abraham is this guy, and this guy's great, 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 great grandpa. They're from different mothers, but you know, they've got that dad in common. Zoroastrianism is also monotheistic, is also believing in an uncreated creator, is also giving you this like dynamic picture of good and evil in the world, is also all about how you need to fight on the side of good and to fight temptation, right? They've got Asha, good thoughts, good words, good deeds. But if you open up most religious books or Western religion books or monotheistic religion books, then you don't see a lot of Zoroastrianism. So question number 3 is asking you to reflect on that. Reflecting on Zoroastrianism, especially compared to Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, it makes me wonder why it's almost never taught in religion classes. I think it's left out because blah, 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 and or blah, 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 blah. So here I'm asking for 2 different reasons that you can think of why it would make sense to not teach Zoroastrianism. So we can reflect on maybe why lots of religions, like seminaries, etc., don't teach you about Zoroastrianism, but they might teach you about Judaism. They might teach you about Islam for comparison, right? So those are the 3 questions. And there is no minimum word length, no maximum word length. Just give me your 5 ideas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Answer those 3 questions and then post it on the discussion board, which is all the way at the bottom on the discussion board. And then when you post it, I'll see it and grade it. And there is no need to reply to somebody else's.